So, welcome to Bricktrains, and I'm Joey, and this is going to be a little different for me and for you, but we're going to see how it goes. I don't know how many of these we're going to do, but I'm going to start doing some vlogging type videos. And in this inaugural version, we're going to talk about a few things that I'm doing currently, which involves me selling some Samsonite part sets. I don't have any over here, but we have them over there, so let's go look over there. We've seen these before in the videos. I've done several videos of these, but these sets are not, for the most part, are not on Bricklink. There are a few, just a couple, and this is my collection of them. I'm working on trying to get one of each color. So these are the windows. I have the red and the white one for the 24-1. It goes through the different window sizes and then move doors. Then we get into the 2x4 bricks, corner bricks. What are these? 2x8s, 2x8s, 2x2s. You get the idea. So each one of these came in there was a certain amount of colors. Here's the 220. These are the 2x2 bricks. There was red, black, white, yellow, or at least that's the ones I have. There would have been clears, and some of them there would have been clears, some of them would have been grays. They get all kind of confusing, especially with them trying to show the color. The box is actually white. Is it white, or do they print white on it? Is it black? And you can already see how crazy it is. So I wanted to get these. You don't see this being the collection. So there's one of each color and type that I have, and I don't have every one of them, but this is my personal collection. I'm trying to fill it. Above this is a whole pile of these boxes, extra boxes like this. You can see some over here I'm sorting out, and those are the ones that are extra. So I bought lots of them on. When I say lots, I have bought lots, but I mean I bought a job lot. There have been 4 of them in a single eBay listing, or somebody that's contacted me and said, hey, I have these, are you interested, or whatever. So you end up buying extras. So here I have some 221s, which are 1x2 bricks in red, and if I look along here, go to 221 red. I have one, so I have an extra. I have 2 extra, and now all the parts are on the bottom because this particular box is kind of messed up. Not messed up bad, but it's a little flat. So I have a Bricklink store, and I was talking to Jabbo the other day, Brickzar, you know him, check him out. And let's count how many times I say because I'm not working off a script. So we were doing an A-Full podcast the other day, and I was talking to him about it, and I said, hey, balancing it out, these extra ones, I'm wanting to kind of get rid of them. There's still more up there you can't see, they're out of frame. Plus the ones I already pulled, these, I wanted to sell them. I wanted to get them in. They're not doing me any good sitting here. I have what my intention is, or, these are extra. There are going to be other collectors, other people are going to want them, and if they're just literally sitting in my basement doing nothing, drawing dirt or dust, and just somebody else needs to enjoy them, right? So I asked him the question, what do you think? Which is a better way of doing it? Put them on eBay, sell them back out, which is primarily the way I found them, or put them on Bricklink. Well, the problem with Bricklink is they're not listed. They're not in there. They're not in the database. Or primarily, most of these are not in there. There are a few. There are a couple. So we were talking about it for a minute, and Jabbo said, well, it'd be better, for the community if you put them back in Bricklink. Okay, so I've been putting them in Bricklink. And that's a process. On Brickset, I can add stuff in, and it's an easier process, but you also, the same process exists on Brickset as it does on Bricklink, that you can submit a form, and then people will do it, and Hugh at Brickset has a group of people that work on that, and they do a great job. And then on Bricklink, they have the same process. I'm not in any kind of group or know or anything on Bricklink, so I have to go through the same process that anybody would to get these added. So I'm a couple days into this process trying to get these added in. The first pictures I submitted, I think the first three, I think I submitted 3 of them that were on there. I submitted pictures, and when I submitted the pictures, it was literally the same picture that I had put on Brickset or submitted to Brickset. And it was the picture of the box, and then a pile of the bricks that came in the box sitting in front of it. The guy at Bricklink, who, I don't know how that all works, but if the guy contacted me and said, hey, thanks for filling this in, blah, 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 great. But, we don't want the pictures of the bricks in front of the boxes. And the way I took the picture, they couldn't crop it out. That's fine. So I took new pictures because I was pulling these out to sell. So I already had them set aside. So it was pretty easy. I just snapped some quick pictures. Bricklink's pictures are quite a bit smaller than Brickset's allowable picture. Brickset, you can really zoom in, and if the detail or the size of the picture's there, you can really kind of zoom into Brickset's pictures. Bricklinks are a little bit smaller, so I didn't probably take the time that I could have and should have set up the shadow box and get the lighting all better. I just took them on the table and took the pictures. So I submitted those, and the guy said, thanks. Well, since then I think I'm up to 8 of these boxes that I've got, and I'm being selfish, right? I'm doing the ones first that I have available to sell. So against eventually, if I get really involved, I'll go ahead and take pictures and put all these on or submit them to Bricklink. But yeah, it's a process. It's actually time consuming. It's not terribly time consuming. I mean, it probably takes, by the time I take the picture, upload it to the computer, put it in Photoshop to crop it down, get it to the size they want, and it's 5-10 minutes per box. Submit it to the Bricklink through their submission form. So that's what I'm doing right now. Again, these vlogs are going to be, I'm going to try and keep them short, probably into that 10 to 15 minute time frame. So it looks like we probably got a few more minutes to talk about something if I want to stick to that 10 to 15 minute time frame. But the other thing I got going on is right now, and they're all the way around it. Let's take another walk. Okay, so the other thing we're working on right now, me and Dakota, let's back that up one more, so you're not right in my face. You're like right in my face. Okay, so me and Dakota decided to work on some new freight cars. This is the design I'm working on. They're 6 wide. This is the Pacemaker from New York Central. Red over gray. And I've picked two colors that are fairly common, right? Red and over dark bluish gray. Yeah, we're using I don't know if we can get to there. These are flat tiles with a 1x2 slope right there to make our ridge for the roof. I thought this was kind of cool. It's a simple. We're gonna get some stickers on it. I think the stickers help. My wife has one too, but it's actually at a friend's house. A Cricut. I'm sorry, I didn't say what it was. We have a Cricut to make some vinyl stickers and stuff for this. So I think we're gonna make some Pacemaker stickers and put some numbers, not super detailed, but just enough to make it pop. But we're going to do a whole series of these, and I got to thinking, when I made this box car, designed it in Eldra, I still need to kind of learn how to do Studio. Probably ought to switch to Studio from Eldra. At any rate, you can see how these vlogs are going to go. I am very easily distracted. So, as I was saying, I got to looking at this. I was looking at reference pictures from real ones. Then there's a lot of reference pictures for the Lionel sets that were sold. Then I started seeing things like the old Lionel. They had a car with an airplane on it. They had the submarine car. They had a lot of military stuff. But then there's this long group of mint cars where you had the gold bullion or other things in it. Now I think they're getting kind of political with some of them that they've got or have seen. But at any rate, we decided to start on a mint car. These are all the parts that I had. Same thing here. These are parts that we had either in the store or available. There's some missing pieces still. So we have those in order. But I'm going to do a mint car, and they had a blue version that was the New Orleans Mint, which closed down 1800s, early 1900s. But it was blue, and I had these big ugly, and I think they call these, what are they? It's like the big ugly rock pieces. They call these the big ugly train bases or something. There's an acronym for them. The guys that are really into trains and making their own train mocks and stuff, they really hate these pieces, just like the guys who build mountains and landscape scenes hate the big ugly rock pieces. But I'm lazy, and I have a lot of these. I have them in blues and oranges and blacks and dark blue grays, which is kind of why we picked this color. So I went with this mint one. So I got a few pieces to fill in here and there. We do have a little bit of gold. I got some gold bullion. I got the bullion bars. Let's see if I can show that here, right? But on this side, I don't know if I'm showing that very well or not. On this side, I'm missing, I was using some 2x2 light pearl gold plates, pearl gold, whatever it is, plates, and I didn't have enough of those, so I got a few more of those I got to stick in there, and then we get that built, get the blue pieces finished, and then get the roof. I'm going to do the roof the same way I did this one. So now I'm into this whole doing cars that are not modeled after prototypes. Okay, so I'm going to say it, the train guys that build prototype models, and they're rivet counting and everything's. Now I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm going to start doing Lego mocks based on things that I remember from a kid from Lionel and Marks. So this is very much a Lionel car that probably never existed in real life. I think we're going to do some of these. And Dakota's not around today. Well, it's actually really early in the morning, so that's why he's not here yet. Dakota saw one of those post office cars, the red, white, and blue post office cars, and he really liked that. So we're working on one of those. So hopefully in a future vlog or maybe a show and tell video, we'll still do show and tell videos about the layout. Maybe we'll put it in a vlog. I don't know. We'll see. I'm playing. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So we'll figure this out. Yeah. So that's what we're doing with the train layout. We did have some issues. We had in that back corner. We had some issues with water that came in, and so all these shelves that you see, all these shelves all along here, all that behind the layout, all that had to get pulled out. Ooh, I'm really out of frame now. So it all had to get pulled out, and we had to do some repair work in that corner. That's all been taken care of. Everything's cool. But more than anything, I mean, a little bit of water is a problem in the house. That's a problem, right? It wasn't a lot of water, but it was a problem. We have too many things that are valuable down here to allow it to be destroyed by anything. So anyway, we got that taken care of, but that created a huge mess because a lot of that stuff had to be taken down. You can see up there, right there, that stuff, the part sets that we were just talking about, all that stuff had to be put, and it got set on the layout. So, oh, Earl, yes, sorry if you're watching, Earl. It's a city. This is our Lego city. But I'm a kid from the 60s and 70s that grew up with Lionel trains, and you didn't have a city, you had a layout. So that is so hard for me to stop saying layout or train layout. But it is our Lego city. And I just knocked something off. Thanks for watching. This is the first in a series of vlogs. We'll see how they go. Tell me in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching.